I'm going to demonstrate a quadruped rock back with a posterior pull of the band. So basically I have the band anchored behind me, and then I've got it as high up in my groin as I can get, close to that hip joint. You either want, so this purple band is good, but then there's also a thicker band, like it's usually green and it's bigger. You can also use that one. Both of these would be good options. The thinner ones aren't going to necessarily do the trick quite as well. So come forward until you feel some tension pulling you backwards. And then you want a pretty good amount of tension because you're also going to be rocking back. So we still want that tension kind of pulling our femur back in the socket as we're rocking back. So we're just holding here, and the pull of the band is basically just kind of helping our hip glide as we go. So there should not be any pain with this, shouldn't be any pinching in the front of the hip, and you're simply just rocking back, trying to keep a neutral spine, so not arched or not tucked under too much, just kind of a neutral position here, just kind of mobilizing in that hip joint to help create some more range of motion in there. And then if that feels good, there's also another option to help out. It's kind of like a hip flexor stretch, but we're simply having the pull of the band backwards, and then you're gonna just kind of tighten your glute and tuck the pelvis under. We're not hinging any more force, shoving that hip forward. We're staying in good alignment here. Tighten the back glute to tuck the pelvis under, and then you can also reach across for a little bit more stretch, and just hold here and breathe. So again, we're not forcing that stretch. We really don't want to crank out on the front of the hip joint, but just kind of letting this band pull the femur back in the socket in this position while kind of activating the glute can be helpful for the positioning. But for sure, we want to start with this rock back with that